Good. Whee! Bloody gravel. Right, so let's begin, shall we? Just get off this gravel first, guys. As you may have noticed, I'm on a different bike. I passed my Mod 2 a few days ago. I did fail the first attempt. I was a bag of nerves. My thoughts were racing. Too many things in my head, too much information. Was nowhere near calm enough. Yeah, second time round I felt a lot more comfortable. So yeah, that's a little summary, but we'll go into more detail about this in a minute. Let's just get past this dog walking couple, enjoying this lovely morning. So, where were we? Yeah, so I passed my Mod 2. Yay! Oh, I've been waiting so long to say that. It seemed like a million miles away sometimes, you know. I was getting quite down in the dumps, especially failing the first time. It set me back a bit. It just knocks you around a bit, doesn't it? A bit like mentally. So yeah, but I've done it now. All done. Thank goodness. At the start, all the research for all the tests, you know, CBT, your theory, module 1 and your module 2. I wouldn't say I breezed through all the other ones, but I got through them first time. The Mod 1 was a little bit of a struggle. Not a struggle, but in training I was doing alright, but I was struggling with the two faster manoeuvres at the end. I was doing the manoeuvres spot on, the emergency stop and the hazard avoidance swerve thing. It was just getting that speed to the right speed, and you can't look at your speedo or nothing. You got to get to like 32 miles an hour ideally, which is pretty difficult. You have to listen for the sound of the engine and stuff, things like that. Oh, I indicated the wrong way then. I was going to go that way, but changed my mind. That was a bit silly. Anyway, yeah, so Mod 1, the examiner did say about the speed. You get 2 attempts. I done the emergency stop, fine, got the speed. I was like, yeah. He was right, final manoeuvre, the hazard avoidance, and then so I done that the first time. My speed was a bit too slow, wasn't good enough, so he gave me one last attempt. You get 2 attempts if you don't match the speed they want. There's a bit of give or take, I think, either way, but not a lot. And then I just done it, he said, on the second attempt. Yeah, so that was a bit close to the bone, that one, but I done it. And then my Mod 2, my instructor booked it in for about 2 weeks after that. So building up to it, I was watching YouTube videos and all this, and you know what, I think I overdone it on the YouTube videos, especially because my head was just full of so much information from so many different people that it just sort of overwhelmed me a bit. Ideally, you just want to keep a clear head. Like these motorcycle tests, they're asking you to do a certain thing, so it's not too complicated or nothing, but you can make it harder on yourself, like I did, where you're just taking in too much information, especially on YouTube and all that. Basically, just keep your head clear. If I could give you some advice, as clear as possible. I know what you got to do, obviously, but just, I didn't watch any YouTube videos for a whole week, the build up to my second Mod 2, and that helped. Kept the old head more clear, so that was better for me. So let me just go into, I want to tell you something that happened to me on the day, no, it was the day after, sorry, I passed my Mod 2, like the second attempt passed. So anyway, I was looking forward to getting out on the new bike, but the day I'd done my test I had to get back to work, so, and then after work, you know, back home, do the usual house chores and all that stuff, so didn't have time to go for a ride. So I thought I'll get up extra early the day after, before work, you know, and get out on the bike for an hour or so as a new qualified rider. So anyway, I went to sleep. It was absolutely tipping down all night. I didn't know that until I got up in the morning and saw the state of the roads and that. It's soaking wet. I have ridden in torrential rain before on my 125. I had some nice tyres on that though. Metzeler Road Tech 01s, I believe they were called, and oh yeah, I highly recommend them. Anyway, I got up extra early, about 4:30 AM. Got the bike out, got ready. I knew it was wet, but I've been in the wet before, like I said, and I just went out. Didn't feel too nervous or nothing. I was quite excited actually, just to get on the bike. It would have been nice if it was like this, the weather wise, but I thought, you know, still get out there. So I get the bike out, get all geared up and that. So I set off, not even a quarter of a mile down the road from my house. We've got this T-junction, well, it's a roundabout, like a little roundabout. Not quite one of the mini ones, but it's a proper roundabout, but it's a bit small. Anyway, I'm coming down the road like this, and then there's a road that goes across for cars coming that way, obviously. So I was keeping my eye out to the right hand side of the roundabout for any oncoming traffic and that. Nothing, there was, because it was early, it was quiet, so I sort of had a false sense of security, I suppose. Anyway, coming down, doing about 20 miles an hour. Nothing, no cars, nothing. A few parked cars on the right. So you can see a bit, but not the whole way down. And anyway, just at the last moment, I was sort of about to commit to the left-hand turn. Oh god! Oh dear! Qualified rider. Nah, it's because I'm talking to you guys and a bit excited getting on the bike properly on a nice day. Anyway, scratch that, let's go. So yeah, coming towards this roundabout, doing about 20 miles an hour, roads are soaked. This car just comes flying straight through, doing about 30. I know it's a 30 road, but roundabouts you should be slowing down, but he comes flying across, last minute job. I see it at the last minute, and I whacked my front brake on like a bit of a fool, and there was a drain, a big square drain there on the road, and I was slightly angled to the left anyway because I was preparing for the left hand turn on the roundabout, the first exit, because I was at that angle, and I whacked the front brake in. The wheel sort of slid right over the drain. I went sideways on my left hand side, bike went over. Luckily there was not too much damage on the bike or myself. My hip was a bit bruised. Lucky I had the old motorbike trousers on with the plastic hip guard thing, armour, and my shoulder took a bit of a blow. That hurt for about a week, or just under, sorry. But yeah, I'm recovered now, I suppose, so nothing too major. Sorry if I'm dragging on a bit here, guys, but I will speed the talking up a bit. Yeah, so I slid off. I was like, oh, first thing you check, innit, like, think, am I okay? So I thought, yeah, I don't feel too bad. I was a bit scared, a bit of shock. Anyway, I got up, tried to get the bike up. It's nearly 200 kilo bike, so that was a struggle, in the wet as well. I just wanted to get the bike off the road, it was pretty much sat right next to the roundabout, so I just got it up, moved it over to the side, near some houses, out the way. Checked her over a bit of damage, like the mirrors, this one was all over the place, and stuff like that. Oh. So yeah, not too much damage. The handlebar weight on there has come out, so I've got to sort that out. Lucky I've got these engine guard things, you know, the things that stick out, big plasticky bit on it as well. That I need to get a new one of them because that's all bent up and plastic's all destroyed really. But lucky it was there because it protected the bike, and the bodywork, the blue paintwork stuff, not a mark on it, so that was a bonus. Anyway, I tried to get the bike started and that again, but the emergency cut-out switch went off. I don't remember actually pressing it, so I don't know if it did it automatically or as I went down my thumb rubbed against it and turned it off, but you know, it's a good thing really. So yeah, I turned that back on, off, on, whatever, started the bike up, got her home, and then just called my colleague to pick me up because I was a bit shook up. I thought, nah, I'll leave it today, the riding. So yeah, but this is the first time. I left it a little while because the indicator, sorry, that was hanging off, so I've had to buy new indicators, and they're not great to be honest, cheap ones off eBay, but they do the job for now. Thinking about getting some LED ones, sequential ones, look a bit smarter but I'm not in no hurry to do that. But anyway, yeah, today is a gorgeous morning, and I'm out and I'm talking to you guys again. First video on the big bike, which is nice. Let's open her up a bit, shall we? Baby. Oh yeah. On the benefits of riding video I made, when I mentioned that big bikes and little bikes, some people are like, yeah, it's a different ball game and stuff, and I said no, it's not. Look, I did sort of describe it quite well, I think. Because it's not really a completely different ball game. Like I said, the principles are still the same, but yeah, oh yeah, there's a difference, definitely. Whereas on the 125s, sort of, I probably couldn't even get to 70. I got down a dual carriageway hill, with a bit of wind behind me, I suppose, hit 70, but you know, it was a bit squealy then, didn't like it. But this, yeah, just, you can easily just go fast. Yeah, gotta be a lot more careful obviously because of the speed and the weight. But yeah, just having that little incident I mentioned, it's made me a lot more cautious. So in a little way, I don't believe in fate, but I will use this as I wouldn't just waste it. Oh, I had an accident and I was a bit scared and that and blah blah blah. Wish it didn't happen. Yeah, I don't want it to happen, but I will use it and learn from it and let it make me a bit more cautious. I was a little bit apprehensive to get back on the bike a couple of days after that, but not scared, but just, you know, my nerves were a little bit rattled after that. I'm feeling pretty good today, but you'd never want to get too complacent, or whatever the word is, too comfortable. Always a danger, always. But yeah, this is it. I really do feel like the shackles are off now. I've got my license, I've put a lot of hard work in, I am proud of myself. That failure on the Mod 2 the first time, yeah, that shook me up a bit, not shook me up, it knocked my personal well-being down a little bit, I suppose. I weren't too happy with myself because it was a silly mistake. I missed a lifesaver at a major roundabout. I thought I did do the lifesaver, but obviously it wasn't enough. Because like I said, I was a bag of nerves that day. I had too many thoughts running through my head. Whereas this second time round, I'll give you some good advice here. Is to just lay off the YouTube videos a week before your test or so, and just try not to try and take in as little information as possible on the build-up to your test, to any of your tests, because it just confuses you. You got all these different voices and stuff, people telling you this, that and the other, when you know what you got to do really. Your instructor, just listen to him. Just make it easy on yourself, just make it simple and calm. I know it's easier said than done, being calm, because God knows I wasn't calm the first time round, nowhere near. Even holding onto the handlebars of the bike, I could feel myself a bit shaky and scared. But yeah, anyway, I got to my instructor's yard, because that's where I had to meet him before the test to get on the bikes and get down to the test centre. So I got there about 20 minutes before he did. I didn't really intend on getting there that long before he got there, but I did, and I had a flask of tea as per usual, and I thought I'd take the opportunity while no one's about. I was waiting for him to just sit in the, because I was in the car at the time, just sit there with the windows down, a bit of fresh air coming in. Oh jeez, bloody drains. But yeah, and I closed my eyes and took some slow deep breaths, like as many as I could fit in, until I heard his vehicle coming down to open up. Yeah, so I just took some slow deep breaths. My heart was sort of beating a bit faster than I would have liked, if I'm honest. But then when I was doing these slow deep breaths, yeah, I was just slowing my heartbeat down. And you know what? Doing that, I know it sounds a bit of a cliche thing, oh, deep breaths, some people think, oh, it doesn't bloody work, because I've thought like that before, but in these important times when you've got something coming up, just get control of your heartbeat and stuff, and because that really controls like your nervous system and all that. So yeah, deep breaths guys, get there a bit earlier than your examiner and the other students, and just take that time to calm yourself down, just clear your head. Just don't think of anything really. Just keep your head clear. Forget the test. Just try and empty that skull as much as possible. Because having a clear head before you're going to be judged on anything can really help you. I'm just going to pull up a minute, guys, because I've got a horrible itch on my neck. So I should have cleaned my visor as well. The visor's a little bit, especially with the sun glaring on it, a bit dirty. So I think now that we've cleared that up, oh, someone coming. Yeah, we can go for a nice little ride, I reckon. A gorgeous morning. You'd struggle to find a better morning, wouldn't you, for a ride? Absolutely stunning. Through these lovely little English villages. Just beautiful. This is what it's all about, for me anyway. I hope you can hear the bike a bit there, guys, because it sounds meaty. I love it. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you what bike it is, did I? Hang on. Yeah, so I had the Honda CB125F previously. Now I have still gone for Honda. It's a Honda CB500 and it's pretty old. It's a 2002 model. It's got fairly low mileage on it for its age. It's in pretty good nick, you know. It was a bit dirty when I first got it. Woohoo! But yeah, I'll give it a bit of a clean when I had the time. Just, you know, while I was sort of building up to my tests, so I thought I'd just give her a little wash up. It's just more like grime and stuff. I think the guy who had it before me probably didn't get around to giving it a clean as regularly as he should. Oh baby, excuse me. I just love that sound. It's just when you just pull the throttle just slowly as well. There's no need to wring its neck, but it just sounds like an aeroplane taking off or something like that. Oh, this is a lovely bike. Yeah, she's a bit old and a bit unassuming on first glance. She handles so well. Yeah, the instructor's bikes, Yamaha MT-07s, 70 plate, 69 plate, something like that. So a lot newer than this. And when I obviously been on his bike doing the Mod 2 and all that, and Mod 1, all that stuff, training. Yeah, when I got my licence, I thought getting on this, because it's quite a lot older, I thought I was going to be disappointed. It was going to be a bit, you know, a bit rough compared to his bike. But to my surprise, I was actually blown away. And still am. love to hear from any of you guys if you've ever owned one of these. I think they were in production from sort of 1993 or 94 up until 2003, I think. And there's quite a lot of history on this bike as well. It's a big commuter bike. I think a lot of couriers used them because of the reliability and that. They had their own racing class, the CB 500 moto racing. And I've watched a good video of this actually, this bike, before I bought it. There's a guy who's reviewing it, and he knows his stuff. I can't remember the name of his channel now, but he does a really good review, and he says that this bike could be like the best all-rounder ever made. Because it's had racing pedigree, it's a workhorse for couriers and stuff like that. Oh, silly mate. Oh, I really like it. Yeah, and then when you release the throttle, I don't know if you can hear that, hang on, there's like a popping, bit of a popping sound. There we go. Pop, 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 pop. I don't know if that's just the aftermarket exhaust that the previous guy put on there, but I like it. I do apologise if this video is getting a bit long now. I've just been enjoying it too much to pull over and turn the video off. But I will do that in a minute, because I fancy a coffee or a tea. I don't know what's going to be open at this time in the morning on a Sunday. McDonald's or something maybe. Oh, I'll tell you what guys, I know I've said it before in this video, a bit earlier, just that feeling, man, that having your test, your license, all your licenses, your big A license, doof, boom, done, full stop, wallet. And you should be proud of yourselves, because I'm very proud of myself. I'm not being big-headed or nothing, but I know exactly how much hard work I've put in to this journey. And some people are like, oh, why would you put yourself through all that just to go on a motorbike? Because I had a car before, like I mentioned in another video. Like, oh yeah, when you get a car, when you just keep your car and stuff. You know what, in my opinion, this is my opinion, bloody boring. I'm in middle ages, you know. People probably think, oh, we should grow up. You know what I say to that? No way.